Introduction to Cognitive Diffusion. In this video, you will learn about the concept of cognitive diffusion, how diffusing can help increase acceptance of uncomfortable experiences, and strategies you can use to help diffuse and increase willingness to make choices that support weight management, even if it is difficult. Now that you've had the opportunity to discuss the idea of practicing willingness to make eating and activity changes in pursuit of your weight management goals, and also had some time to think about your most precious values in life, we will introduce a new idea called cognitive diffusion. Simply put, cognitive diffusion is a state of distance from uncomfortable internal experiences, such as negative thoughts, feelings, and physical sensations. When we practice diffusion and create space from our thoughts, feelings, and sensations, we are really able to take a step back and see these experiences for what they are, simply momentary activity occurring in your brain. Diffusion lets you uncouple your behaviors from your internal experiences so that you can choose any behavior you want, especially those consistent with your values. To help understand this idea of diffusion, let's go through a metaphor together. Imagine that you're taking a walk on the beach and you're looking out and see the world as it is. Then a friend offers you a pair of yellow tinted sunglasses and you put them on your face. If you were wearing yellow tinted sunglasses all day, eventually the world would look like it was tinted yellow for real. And your brain would start to experience that as your reality, and you would forget that you have the glasses on. If you took the glasses away and held them out in front of your face, you would be able to see that the world was not really tinted yellow, but that the glasses made it seem that way. Diffusion is like wearing yellow tinted sunglasses. Your thoughts, feelings, and sensations make the world look a certain way, and your brain processes that as reality. Diffusion allows you to take those thoughts, feelings, and sensations and hold them out, just like you would with the sunglasses, so that you can see that they are just internal experiences and they don't define your reality. Let's apply this to some experiences you might find yourself having while working on managing your weight. Let's say that one day a coworker brings in a cake to work and you end up eating a slice, even though it wasn't part of your meal plan for the day. You might catch yourself being really hard on yourself and saying things in your mind like, I will never achieve my health goals, or I should give up even trying to lose weight. If you become fused on these sticky, uncomfortable thoughts and don't recognize them for what they are, just momentary activity in your brain, after a while you might start to believe that these thoughts are actually true. The consequences of this might be that you continue to feel down on yourself for the rest of the day, and you end up entirely giving up on your health plan. You eat even more cake than you intended, and you skip your planned exercise after work. Now let's imagine that instead of letting ourselves get fused with our negative thoughts, that instead we were able to take note of them and then take a step back and recognize that these thoughts are just simply momentary experiences in our brain that do not define our reality. In this example, when we are able to diffuse from these uncomfortable thoughts and give ourselves some space from them, our behaviors might turn out differently. Instead of sinking into the negative thoughts, we are able to enjoy the slice of cake and return to our planned meals and exercise for the day. We might even feel proud of ourselves for sticking to our healthy plan, even though there was an unexpected distraction. So now that we know that stepping back from uncomfortable internal experiences using cognitive diffusion can help increase our willingness to stick with our health behavior changes when things get challenging, Let's talk through some strategies that you can consider using to practice diffusion. First, you can state the thought or feeling to yourself. Use the phrase, I'm having the thought that, or I'm having the feeling that. Labeling your internal experiences forces your mind to take a step back from the thoughts, feelings, or urges and allows you to get a little space from it. This lets you to look at your thoughts and feelings rather than from them. You might consider replacing the word but with the word and. When you have a thought about not being able to engage in a healthy behavior because of a thought, feeling, or urge that you are experiencing. For example, when you have a thought such as, I was going to go for a walk, but I'm tired. Replace the word but with the word and to get the following. I was going to go for a walk and I'm tired. Making this simple word substitution reminds you that your behaviors need not be dictated by your momentary thoughts and feelings and helps to uncouple your internal experience, in this case, feeling tired, from your behaviors, which would be going for a walk. Another diffusion strategy you might try if you enjoy visual exercise is visualizing your thoughts, feelings, and urges as leaves on a stream. Imagine that you are a small insect sitting on a leaf that is floating down a stream. You might see the color green and possibly blue and white up in the sky, and you might feel like you're moving. If you flew away from that leaf up to a tree, then you would see many leaves floating down the stream. When you were sitting on that one leaf, your whole reality was just green, blue, white, and movement. From up in the tree, you can see leaves floating down the stream. You can see the bank of the stream and probably many other things. Diffusion is getting distance from that one leaf that represents a thought, feeling, or sensation, and recognizing it for what it is. It is just one experience of many, and it does not define your ultimate reality. Another strategy for diffusion is to thank your body and mind for the thoughts, feelings, and urges that you're experiencing. Our minds are hardwired to desire tasty foods to avoid being physically active, and provide reasons for why it's okay to eat certain high-calorie foods and not be active. In the past, this helped our ancestors survive in times of food shortage. Even though our food environment has changed and we no longer need to eat food whenever it is available or conserve energy to survive, our minds and bodies still produce these thoughts. Rather than being disappointed in yourself for having these thoughts and feelings and urges, you can simply say, thank you, mind, or thank you, body, and recognize that your mind and body are just doing their jobs, and you don't necessarily have to act on your thoughts, feelings, and urges. Finally, you can consider to just do it. You can have the thought, feeling, and urge, and choose to engage in a behavior that runs counter to them anyway. Recognize that you can have these internal experiences that lead you to not want to engage in healthy behaviors, and at the same time, you can still make your planned health choice. Defusing from sticky internal experiences can help us build more willingness and help us act in ways that are in line with our goals and our most precious life values.